every city basically was a star city. It had these stars around them, but they were all walled, but also somatic shapes. These are the moats, we're told, right? Because we're all taught that castles and, you know, were these square buildings with a moat. But when we can see them from above, there's these intricate somatic patterns, and clearly you can see why we call them star forts, because they look like stars.
So here's one in Portugal, one of the star forts, the huge amount of terraforming around it. Amazingly, this one is still in pretty much pristine condition compared to the destruction of most of the ones you find today.
Piano notes. As you can see, these are all somatic. A sharp, B, C, and they're all these somatic shapes. These are cathedral windows, this line here. These are, you know, rose windows, are all in cathedrals, and these are somatic patterns, which are created through frequency, so either harmonics or intention. Down here we have, this is our DNA, so these are fractals or somatic patterns of our DNA. This is what we get when it's good intention. We get these perfect, you know, geometrical shapes, and when it's bad intention, we get this goo. So this is like a polluted river, and this is like a clean river. And so if we tie this back to the cathedrals that have got these windows, and they're connected to the ether with all these spires, and then what else do we have in cathedrals but these things called organs, right? And we have these things called organs in our body, and we just, the DNA, you know, somatic is the same as some frequencies in these windows. So what this is all looking like is these are you know, healing factories, or not even healing, wellness, I guess, just to keep people well. They're pumping out frequencies.
You can literally Google any city of the old world from the 1600s and back, and it will come up in these star fort shapes, and every single one is like Venice, and there's canals everywhere. Those were the highways of the time, but they were also so much more, with all of like this hidden technology, infrastructure, and buried history.
And you can see this one again, always these big cathedrals in the cities, but here's one of the stars, right, or batteries attached into the wall. And there's even another one of these more sort of big regular shaped ones out here, but they always have these stars attached, you know, to these star cities. And again, the canals, and you know, you can see this is a big island kind of thing as well. But the thing is with water's free energy. You know, you float a boat, you use the current, right? The current.
How about the water wheel? What are water wheels? Water wheels are harnessing electrical power. Electricity just as much as it was the physical power and mechanical power that they used out of it. What's to say that windmills and water wheels weren't actually generating hydroelectric and wind power a few 500 years ago?
This is a drawing. This is New York City, right? Battery Park is because this is what was there, a battery. Oh, that finished pretty quickly.
Indeed. Pretty awesome, though. What an epic intro.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bernie. How is everyone? 76 of you watching. Thank you for being here. And we got Grumpy Bear, Leslie, Monster Roller from New Zealand. All right, Peter Moore. Kevin, how you going? Isness, hello. I was just showing Bernie my line.
Athabasca to Arizona. All right.
Nice. Edna Bell, Scott Robinson. To join now, how you going? Aussie, Wickerman, Richard, Wetton, Headley, John Chesworth. Hard to believe, Derek, everyone else. How are you all? All right, so what are we doing today, Mr. Burneye?
Well, today I think we should go over some more of the Great Wall of Tartaria, take a look at it and the star forts throughout, I guess, what was the Tartarian realm, the actual maps of Tartaria there through Siberia, and try to find out what's actually going on with this, because just more and more popping up every day, it seems.
It does, and I've been on, so we'll get on the Google Earth, and maybe we'll have a bit of a look for some new ones and sort of show everyone how to get on there and find interesting stuff. So who else have we got here? Fractal Dust Bear. Hello, Bethany. Confusing Plane. Bruins, Mum. Bruins. Greetings. Mary. Hello, Mary. Marie. Sorry, Marie Keithley. Kevin. Logan. Dennis. Nice intro. Thank you.
Yeah, that was actually pretty epic.
Yeah, I might have to. I'm just thinking I need to put like a little tail on it though. I just sort of went boom, and I need to.
Yeah.
We lost your voice for a few seconds there. I'm like, oh crap.
It ended abruptly for sure.
I might do a bit of a touch up on that one, but yes.
Yeah, and then
All right.
also the more for the Great Wall, like Great Wall of China, but then in the Forbidden City within Beijing. Shout out to the Jared Booster channel. He did a video recently showing that the inner walls of the Forbidden City were also called the Walls of Tartary or Tartary Walls.
Interesting. And of course, on the old maps, it's called Chinese Tartary. And there's also a Great Wall, well, at least one that I found in India.
Yeah, right. They seem like they're everywhere.
So it's not just the Great Wall. That's just the one they show. Like they're actually everywhere. And there's even apparently a replica Great Wall in China. Did you know that?
No.
A smaller version, apparently.
Where?
Maybe we'll have to have a look at it.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Shall we go onto the Googles of Earth and have it and jump straight into it?
Indeed. Let's dive into Google.
Dive into it. All right, let's see what we've got here. Oh, hang on. No, that one. Oh, all right. Can you see the Google round ball?
Yeah, absolutely. That 3D render.
All right. So this is where we've been hunting recently. This is as you can see, this is a canal all the way down there. It's massive, but we found this wall. Actually, we didn't find it. It was Olaf the Sverker. And there's all these stars. That's not the best one, but you can see that's the remnants of a star fort.
That's
and then we kind of
we found a good 30 of them there. And I think he found a couple hundred total.
Yeah. So we might have to spend some time going over his videos and marking them out because we kind of lost it. There's a bit through there, picked it up again here, and then the last bit that I can find is here. You can see in the ground there. And then it sort of takes off. There's an interesting shape here. I don't know what that is.
Right? Just so much throughout there. It's crazy.
It's mad.
I think we're also getting in closer to the active war zone throughout there. So who knows? Modern benches or something too.
Yeah. So I found this city. I'm figuring it's probably going to go up this way because when I came in here, if Google's nice to us, I mean, check that out for an old world city. Now, I couldn't find the star, but this is just this is just an old world city. These are all the markers. Right. You get like these canals coming through, right? And they always go through pretty much the center, the middle of the cities, and you get this.
Oh, yeah, you can see the star down to the bottom right through the center there.
You can see it down here, you mean?
Yeah, that looks like some... Oh, no, maybe just old world buildings for sure.
These are, you can see all the higgledy-piggledy, all these funny angles everywhere. That's not how they used to do the old world layouts. And
that's huge old world building.
So this is all old world stuff. And then I would say this was probably an island. They've probably filled this in because they normally have islands in them. And you always get this sort of top bit of a city and then a bigger bit on the other side. I don't know why, but that's so it's got markings everywhere. But normally the star would be around here or out in the back of this sort of smaller bit, but I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, it definitely must have been demolished and reused. because there's so much old world architecture looking in there, like still the same angles and builds for sure.
Let's have a look. Let's see what's down here showing. Oh, what happened? Oh, can you get down there? Oh my God, look at this. The whole place has been mapped out. Oh yeah, look at this. They've knocked everything over. It's all new construction pretty much. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Bit of an old world building there and there on the side. I mean, they could be, you know, just stripped old world buildings, couldn't they? Got that kind of look about them, but as you can see, like that's like got the full, you know, geomark. What do we call it?
Right, like the cathedral and the citadel would have been right around that court.
I mean, what's that? Is that one there? No. Yeah, so it looks like they've taken out. I can't even see the cathedrals. They normally look like big crosses, like literally the roofs on them are a cross. So they've done a bit of a work on that city, but clearly, oh, how do we get upside down? All right, and then as what I've done, I've just put the search in as fortress. So if you go into a country and you put search for fort or fortress or citadel and then the country, you get all these markers. And of course, it doesn't mean that they're all, that one's nothing. It doesn't mean they're all necessarily, you know, star forts or forts at all. But it's a good way to sort of find things. So I haven't been here. So this is a tower. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, look at this. Big star wall here. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. That's almost like Quebec style star wall.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Very similar. Got the towers on the look at this. There's towers everywhere, but there's only one of them's named Oriole Tower because it lost its roof. But there's towers all along this wall. I think we'll have to put a bit of a marker on that one. Where are we? Oriole Tower. Let's call it that. So there you go. We just found something. So if you want to hunt around, and then of course, then you know you're in an old world city, so you can sort of look around and see if there's other remnants and bits and pieces. We've got our nice canal. Of course, they've destroyed what was ever, you know, whatever was on the waterfront there. So there we go.
There's
now,
just so much more old world intact throughout Russia, the Russian area still.
Yeah, it's just, and there's so much, you know, population, these big cities just everywhere, but then there's also just so much destruction. Oh God, what happened there? Oh, here we go. So that looks, there you go. There's an old fort there.
I think now you're on the western side of Ukraine.
I am pretty much. Well, I think I'm still in Russia, am I? Oh, no, I'm in Ukraine. Wow, I'm not like that. Wow.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, right there, that's kind of where Olaf, if I remember correctly, started his Siberian section of it, I think. Wow, look at that one, hey?
Yeah. What's that called? Nizhny. Nichny. Is that right? Nichny. So yeah, and as you can see, they've pretty much gutted the inside of it, but they've kept the walls there. So again, old world city, no doubt there's going to be other stuff around here. Yeah, that was probably something. Got the canals.
Right, and that this is part of one giant canal system that connects from the Black Sea through all of Russia and then northeast up into the Baltic Sea. It's just crazy that they had this sort of infrastructure back then.
Yep. and all the towns and cities are on those canals. So where did you say Olaf ended up going? Do you remember what sort of direction?
I'm just loading the video right now so we can, I guess,
Maybe we
play
can
it
do some
next to it
copy.
as
And I
reference.
found, what did I find up here? Star Remnants. So this is up in the north of Russia. And of course, Google's just showing us how it's all layered, which is nice. Here, so sometimes this is all you'll find. Like, see this? We just got they've left the canal at the top of the star. It looks like there's a sort of bastion remaining there. And old world city here, but then the rest of the star's just pretty much non-existent, right?
And just how identical they look to everything in like Canada and North America and everywhere. It's like these were all one giant civilization, one type and style of building. And you don't get everything identical like this just out of fluke or chance. It's impossible.
Yep, totally. And is that the cathedral? Okay, it's not across that one, but we've got a big cathedral in the middle. Obviously, that's a realistic picture. That's not a Photoshop drawing at all.
Now playing SimCity on Google Earth.
Let's have a look at what it looks like in the reels. Oh, nice. Look at this tower up here. Clearly not oversized. Look at this cobblestones. Completely old world buildings everywhere. This is awesome. Look at this. And just look at these buildings. This is in Russia, northern Russia. I mean, I suppose that is kind of close to the Nordic countries, but these kind of buildings, they always sort of tell us are from, you know, Amsterdam and all those kind of places, Finland. Oh, it's Christmas time. So there you go. In a street, in a...
Yeah, so where Olaf is, it's actually a lot further northeast than I originally thought. I've got it up here. I can put it on screen if you want.
Okay. Let me just get to there. Oh, where am I? Hello, everyone. I'm back. How is everyone? Oh, 183 of you joining us. Thank you for being here. Just having a bit of a romp around the world, the romp around the realm. Okay, so this is Olaf the Sverker. So, okay, we've got the sea.
So I've marked on this map here, and I'm going to use this as an attempt to freestyle a wee bit of content and see if I can maybe work up the bottle to eventually do a live broadcast. So I'm going to stick firmly to the territory, what we knew as Tartaria. And as you can see, there is quite clearly Star Fortresses, defensive structures, fortifications.
So that's the line we've already done in the past, and then
that bottom
I'm
one
pretty
we
sure
haven't
he then scrolls over to the top right northeast. We'll just play it and see here.
Cray posts, earthen ramparts that make up defensive lines throughout this area. And some of them are really, really, really obvious.
He's gone
what I
far
thought today was I would just
now.
take a look at these ones here. And I'd go through all of these points that I found and give you guys a wee peek. If you get a kick out of this, if you guys enjoyed this, let me know and we can go through and we will look at every single point that I have plotted on this map. And I think the location of some of these star forts, or the absence of the star forts, paints a fairly important story in and of itself. But before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you everybody who's watched these videos, subscribed to this channel. I didn't think for 1 second anybody else would. I was just trying something different. As a fairly unsocial person,
I've been talking to Olaf,
I'm
and he will come on at some point with us so that we can look at all of the ones he's found.
And you guys have made me feel like it was a good decision. So I just wanted to say thank you.
I'm in the general
And so the very first point on this was Sarang's Star Fortress. Now what we are seeing today is
what's it called?
not that spectacular to look at. You can almost just about make out the outlines of where the original fort stood. But what does it say?
Sorry, Campbell, did you ask me to pause it there? Did you want me to go back to where he had the map first?
What's it called? What was the name he said?
Let me rewind it again, I guess. Sorry.
And so the very first point on this was Sarang's Star Fortress.
Sir Angst.
Yeah, Sir Angst. It should be like north central Russia area.
Sir Angst. God, darn you and your Scottish
Now
accent.
what we are seeing today
Sir Angst is probably one word, right? It's like
not that spectacular to look at. You can almost just about make out the outlines of where the original fort stood. But what does it say? So Saran's mountain, this was an engraving by Mahir in the 1780s. The capital in Mordovia on the bank of the Insar River. It was founded in 1641 as a fortress, and in 1670 the Saran's fortress was besieged and taken by detachments of Stepan Razin. After which Saran's became one of the strongholds of the Razin
equivalent English spelling
Pugachev
of
entered
that
the city with his
word.
army and attempted to take over in what is known as the Pugachev Rebellion. The Pugachev Rebellion, I believe, being one of the most important points in the history of the Empire of Tartaria. And next up on this, we are going to look at this right here. And I don't know about you, but you can clearly see the remains of a giant ancient star fort, which has they've made every attempt to cover this up and hide it in modern times. How such vast structures could be hidden so well is beyond me, but they clearly put quite a lot of effort into covering up all these star forts over the entirety of the globe.
This is bizarre, isn't it?
And as you can see there, these ones are fairly loosely scattered. This is in Saransk, this is over to the east.
What's it called?
But they will form a sort of cohesive defensive line as we get further in.
Oh, God.
Carson, I think that maybe Karson is the next one.
Karson.
You can see here that
Sun, sorry, Karsun.
almost show a border or, like I said, a defensive line. So if we just look here, we will go one by one on all of these. Some of them are not that spectacular and some of them are absolutely mind-blowing. And this would obviously be one of the less spectacular ones. Well, when I say less spectacular, it's still pretty interesting to me. We can see the remains of some structures here. The right angles are a dead giveaway, but as with most of these ancient star forts, what sits in its place completely obfuscates the true history of the area. We'll move on quickly. I've not looked at this Google Earth, in a couple of months now, so a lot of these I've forgotten about. But here we can see covered up extremely well. It's a rectangular structure, but there you can make out the remains of a massive star fortress. And the people living in this farm probably have no idea that they sit on the edges of these giant earthen
finding the actual wall again, and he starts going along the wall.
Again, the idea behind these videos was I spent hours poring over these maps, and I feel like a few of these, if not a lot of them, will be relatively unknown to people in the West. We have here, not too far from the other one, another massive star fort. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 petals. When I say massive, it's massive in modern terms, but compared to some of these structures that were built by our ancestors, it's a relatively small structure. And consider for a second the amount of man hours, the amount of time, the amount of excavation needed just to create the small star forts that you've seen already. And when you add them up to the amount that you've seen on my map a minute ago, it's absolutely mind-blowing, the effort and the man hours that went into constructing these.
Podge, P-O-D-E, is it? Looks like Podge-Snoy.
P-O-E-G... S-N-O-Y-E maybe, but I could be wrong.
Poddy-Snoy.
Yeah,
This could be
that
it.
sounds about right.
Poddy-Dvory. Could it be a V? Where are we?
Yeah.
Podlesnoy. And
ooh, look, even that reference map there says Tartaria up in the top right corner on this little star fort that he's got there.
It does too. Very nice.
I've got the old plan for the old fort, but today you cannot make out very much other than this giant petal here. And if you extrapolate the size of that petal with what we know about star forts, you can see that this would have been an absolutely massive one. And once again, they are often at the site of water, however, the river has since dried up. Whether that's deliberate, we would be left guessing. Another thing that's common in all these areas is what I believe is signs of bombardment. I'll make a separate video on that in the future, but almost every single one of these areas, everywhere along the northern coast of our planet is absolutely pockmarked with signs of bombs. We have Yushanskoy.
Yeah, maybe this will be a decent one to look up. Yushanskoy. And I think we can see here as it zooms, this is where the wall starts here.
U-S-H?
U-S-H-A-N-K, maybe another K-O-Y-O-Y?
I don't know. Why?
Yushansky.
Yushansky. Oh, there we go. U-S-A or Y-U-S-H-A-R-I-S-K-O-Y-E.
R-S-K-O-Y-N-E. U-S-H-A-R-S-K-O-Y-N-E.
U-S-H Y-U-S-H.
Oh, why?
Sorry, Y-U-S-H-A-R-I-S-K-O-Y-E.
S-K-O-Y-E. Oh my God. Oh, I found something.
You might have found it.
God, oh my God, I'm in the middle of, wow, some very old world city. What the hell is that? Okay. Where's Olaf? He's next to a big river.
Star Fortress. And again,
is he way up north?
Yeah, in very northeast.
North Russia? Russia or Ukraine? Right?
Russia, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hang on, I should be watching. Okay, there's a star on the edge of town. Where's the edge of town? I think I'm in the right spot. Oh, is that it? No, no. So this must be riveting live YouTube viewing.
Right. Sorry, everyone. Thank you for your patience. We're all discovering together.
Look at today, but you can just about make out the remains of one of the readouts. This would not be quite the full Star Fortress in itself, a tiny wee Star Fortress by our standards, but that would be a readout. One of the smaller defensive structures next to the larger Star Fort, and the larger Star Fort would have, as you can see by the water, it's no hard. Some of these are found literally just by looking for sources of water. The original Star Fort would have sat somewhere along here. In fact, you can still sort of make it out. Again, moving on quickly, my hope is that you guys will sit and Google these and look at them on the maps for yourself, because it's one of my favourite things to do is just sit and look at maps. The things you find are mind-blowing, especially if it's 4 in the morning and you've been up far too long. Not written anything about this 1.267, but again, you can just about make it the remains of an ancient structure.
Yeah, I paused it there. So that big yellow line, he hasn't zoomed in on it, but that's also the big wall from the last place, and you can see the little petals on it too going. So that's the start of the new big wall again.
Okay, where's that yellow line? Is he drawn that?
Were you able to find that other town or no?
I think I couldn't find the star, but it did look very similar.
Okay, I guess I'll let it play for a little bit longer so we can see.
Massive right angles, which I don't believe nature creates. Next to the source of water again. And next to the reservoirs, which I'm sure historians...
Are you able to read that name?
No.
Shinkoi. So if you zoom out where you are, if it's the right town, it should be just to the east of it, pretty much directly 1 or 2 towns over. Tetushkoi.
Okay, and it's got like a big river. Hang on, I think I'm... is it that windy? Oh my God, Google Earth, what are you doing to me? Get rid of the clouds. I don't know, but there's so many old world towns here. I think I'm lost.
Historians would tell us are modern.
I do have some stuff
here.
Things, but we'll have to...
Again, a massive... This one looks octagonal.
We'll take a look.
A massive Star Fortress.
When it's done, I guess. We'll find something, no doubt.
And some of these are covered up so exceedingly well that you can barely make them out. You need to piece old maps together, old documents, old drawings, old accounts.
Okay.
But when we get to areas like this, it's pretty easy to find Star Fortresses because they exist near almost every single body of water on this planet. And we have here an old wooden fortress, an old grey post, which today waves us no many signs of.
On a river.
Right, yeah, so that's the bigger river to the east of it.
So I think he's way up. Like, is he down in there maybe? Because there was like a point, wasn't there? If only I could speak Russian. Bloody Russians speak too fast. They're always Russian.
If only I paid attention to my Russian classes as a child.
I know. Oh well, that's all right. We shall go back and
its existence.
Hunt later.
We'll keep moving on. Like I said, I'll show you every single one of these so you just can decide for yourself what is going on.
Oh. Oh, cookie deliveries? Really? Who gets cookies delivered? All right. Hippie Shay, hello.
Pictures out there, but
Jim Dillon.
If we look today,
thank you very much,
we can see quite clearly not only a massive square Star Fortress, massive earthen mounds, which today hold nothing but trees. As you can see, nothing but trees. But a massive circle, which is almost perfect.
Nice.
And I don't know about you, but I would absolutely love to know the true history of these areas. I believe here, that's probably been another fortress as well. In fact, when you zoom out, it becomes fairly obvious that that was nothing more than another fortress. And the same here. Another fortress, or the remains of another fortress. And I believe what we're looking at here is no more, there are no big gardens, there are no farms or community gardens or whatever you want to call them. That's the remains of the old city. The remains of the old city that has since perished. And features such as this are, again, remains of defensive structures, which from the ground you would have absolutely no clue noticing. The same with these areas. Quite clearly, the once upon a time sat a body of water in there, and that was a moat. But we'll carry on quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on any single one of these. What is this one? What have we got here? Giant circles. And I have found hundreds of these over the entirety of the Eurasian continent. No history or explanation as to what they were, but you can quite clearly see for yourself the effort that would have been in creating these is staggering.
Just a giant question mark.
Massive amounts of earth that has been moved, and today it's completely hidden.
Question marks and those big
I believe
stars.
features such as this, don't ask me why, but trees and vegetation love to grow in the earthen ramparts of these star forts, so these shapes are often dead giveaways of the areas of these old fortresses. And like I said, I would love to do a couple of live broadcasts. I'm working up the bottle to do it. If any of you guys have ideas as to what to do in these broadcasts, then I am all ears, because it's not something that I'd be used to. If any of you guys have ideas on how to do it, I don't know how I would go about reading your comments or anything like that. Please leave a comment. Please shoot me a message. I'm sure my email is in the channel description. This was, if my memory serves me right, a fairly interesting one. My memory does not serve me right. You can almost make it out there. Have I got any pictures? No. But again, you didn't have to look too far to see the remains of some other weird structures. What has went on here? That's what happens when you have massive reservoirs and the people that take over attempt to dam them up or change the flow of the water. I believe in a lot of these cases the water was used as a weapon, and they had flooded and washed over a lot of these fortresses. That's why some of them are so hard to make out. So this next one is extremely interesting. The amount of man hours and work that went into this boggle the mind. So we have Alexievka Fortress here. The remains of Alexievka Fortress. I don't know. I wonder if I've got any photographs of it. No. And if we open these points up, we can see from here, if we follow this all the way up, it looks like we're following a natural tree line. And in fact, we are following the remains of a giant, and I mean it, absolutely giant wall. And that becomes obvious when we see structures such as this. This is the defensive line, a massive ancient defensive line.
Where the hell is he?
That is a Starfort petal, just on a massive scale, and it carries all the way up. As you can see here, there's another. Some of them are more visible than others. There's another, and another, and this was created in a time without tooling, without machinery, without electric batteries or DeWalt drills or diggers or dumpers or skid steers. There's another. Mile after mile after mile, and another, and another, and it carries on this way for miles.
Where did he find that?
Until we hit the next star fortress, which if we follow this up, we'll keep following it. There's another petal, and another.
Sucks the names are too small to see.
And we see strange structures all the way, but
Did he zoom into the start
when
of the wall?
the people in charge of history lie to us and tell us tales, we can't be quite sure what we're looking at, other than when we see common sense objects such as this. That is very clearly some massive ancient earthen ramparts. Whether or not these structures at the side yet were anything, we cannot determine. But we do not build walls on this scale today. There's another petal. and another. Absolutely perfect geometry, perfect straight lines. And like I say, how far has this went on for now? And we carry on following these pearls all the way up until we hit the next star fort, which I will quickly go to. And here we have.
What does that say?
Zoom in. You can just about make out the remains of another massive star fort.
Okay.
Now, what I've shown you has not been the most spectacular examples of star forts, but can you consider for a second the amount of earth needed to be removed, the amount of construction and work that has went into what we have seen so far? And as you can see, this massive wall does not stop. It continues on. There is another petal. And for anybody to tell us this wasn't an advanced empire that created this, they're barefaced liars. Where any modicum of common sense, it becomes blatantly obvious that once upon a time on this planet there was a single unified people, and because they were unified, because they worked together, they were able to create some amazing structures. As we can see, these petals continue. There is another. There is another. And another. And even more. Now look at how perfect the geometry of these massive walls are. If anybody can point me to a wall that compares to this in modern times, other than the Kitai wall in China, and again, even then it sort of pales in comparison. But just look at the scale of this. Petal after petal after petal, and these structures are perfect. And they join all these star forts up.
Okay.
Now bear in mind, look, petal, it carries on. There is no modern explanation for these structures whatsoever, especially not on this scale. One of the more amazing star fortresses is Krasny Yar Star Fortress.
Krasny Yar Star Fort or Fortress.
Krasny Yar. How the hell do you spell?
Krasny space YAR Fort.
Oh yes, I have found it.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, baby. Okay, let me just.
Should we put up
nice
the Google Earth then?
Yep. We should be able to switch back. Let's do it. Okay, hang on. So I've got that. And the wall went straight up to it, did it?
Yeah, the wall went to the bottom left and then straight to the right from it.
All right, let's.
You got to share screen, Cambell.
We got to share screen. Hello, everybody. I'm back, and now I'm not. All right, so there we go. There's the start. That's a nice one, hey? Looks like,
Right.
what have they done? They turned us into a sporting complex. Oh my god. Okay, so
It looks like it went. Yeah.
Up here.
That looks like it.
That looks like
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
What are we marking walls with? I can't even remember. Whee. Oh my god, where are we?
Right.
Whoa. Blue. All right. All right, so let's go. So we come up here. Here's another one here.
Like that, how many ramparts can we see?
All right, almost there. There. Okay. Let's go. So across yeah, there's one there. Okay, it's getting a bit wide
Maybe
out.
zoom in just a little
There's
bit
one
more.
there.
Oh yeah,
Zoom in. They're
yeah,
there.
definitely.
Then, yeah, there's another one. So, who built this is the question, guys. This is it's not in history books. It's not mentioned anywhere. Who built all these massive constructions? As you can see, it's still going along here. The car park, and there we go. Is that one? No. And then back here we find it again.
Look at
Look
that.
at that.
Look at
Beautiful
that.
one.
Boom. And it's like it's the identical architecture to what Wall Street, New York, the wall that was Wall Street, are these same identical rampart architecture and build.
Yep. Yeah, that old map, yeah, with Wall Street, exactly. Exact same shapes, exact. It's not, different societies bloody fighting each other. It's clearly all from the same, knowledge pot, if you want to put it that way. Here we go, look at that.
The same molds, the same tools, the same books on how to build.
Yeah.
And this is in central Russia, I believe, central Siberia-ish area.
So we are, way out in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Alright, so the wall keeps going along here. You can see it's fading out a bit. There's definitely one there. And here. And then someone put a field over it. A bit rude.
Maybe zoom in a little bit more there.
So I think this is it along here.
It might have turned actually.
Okay, so we've got it here. I reckon it might go up this way.
Yeah, I think it might. Zoom in a little bit more.
See if there's a star up here. Oh yeah, what's this? Oh, is it just a funny shaped house? And it looks very star-like, doesn't it?
Right?
But I think it's just a house.
Yeah.
Anything in the fields? Okay, I think he was here before, wasn't he? These are these funny bits that he was showing.
Yeah, they seem to be everywhere.
Like, what is that? I mean, look at these.
That's just a farm.
Oh, is that just hay, is it? Okay. Random squares. I can't see. Oh, what's that? Anything? Don't know. Hard to see. We have lost our wall.
There we go. Back to the wall.
So, okay.
Maybe let's go super close right there. Zoom in a little bit more.
See, I think this is part of it here, yeah.
Yeah.
Along there. And then it just sort of looks like it's along here, right?
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's definitely it. Continuing.
All right.
Right? Like, how old is this even?
Oh, okay. Does it turn there? Looks like it might turn. That's something, no. Oh no, is that it? That could be it.
Could be.
does it turn out that way? See how it looks like that? Oh yeah, there's a sort of an angle there.
Yeah.
Up here.
Maybe we'll go back to play a little bit more Olaf, see where he goes.
All right, I'll see what
We
I can
found a
find.
decent chunk of it for now. Oh, but then it also comes from the
Comes
bottom
out,
too,
yeah,
right?
it does here, doesn't it? So it's where did it come up? Up here. Wait, is that it? No.
Looks like it went from like a little bit leftish, westish, southwest from the
Like north of
maybe
that river,
start
or
back from the Star Fort itself.
this here? Does it actually join up? Does it? Oh, is this?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Probably next to a bigger wall, maybe.
Huh.
Out this way. No.
Not sure. Guess we'll go back to Olaf.
Olaf.
Keith Wall in China.
Oh,
And again, even then, it sort of pales in comparison. But just look at the scale of this. Petal after petal after petal. And these structures are perfect. And they join all these star forts up. Now, bear in mind, look, petal. It can't.
So from where you are... Oh, you stopped the share. Okay, I guess I'll just let it play a little bit more then.
Yeah, are you sharing it?
All right, yeah, there it is, coming from the city. So it comes through that gap and then along the side of the city there and down and out from the bottom.
Oh, okay. So, all right, let me have a look. Down through here. Oh, yep, got it. Okay.
We love our StreamYard.
All right. Yeah.
Nice. There she is.
There we go. Look at this. Whoa.
Like, that's just
look how, look how
so intact.
The angles are just so well preserved, aren't they? Look at it. Okay, so down here. Come on, Google. You can do it. You can do it, Google. Okay, that's one there. Oh, yeah, there's another one, and another one. Oh, my God. And another one. And another one.
Yeah, drop a pin right there. Definitely drop another pin right there.
One there. Oops. So along, we're out here. Okay, so here's a star. Oh, the remains of a star.
Right? Perfect. So then, how far is this star from that last star? And then just this little area that we've found so far, how much of wall is the total length of the wall too, just in this little bit?
So that is 12,000 meters.
Okay, so
12,500.
1.5 kilometers between.
12 and a half. So there's another fort here. And this one's actually a square the same. And there's 8,789.
Oh,
So
eight. Oh, so 8
8.7.
kilometers and 12 kilometers between that.
Yeah. So this one down here is like a square as well.
Yeah. And this,
So the same kind of one as this last one. Shows the square as well. So that'd be interesting, yeah, if we find another one to mark the distances. Go away.
right? And how much total wall, too, that we're measuring out in these areas? Because that's so much
Well,
work.
look at that. That's just to there's 12K. So there's probably another 12.
Another
So
12.
just there's 25K. And
Right?
that's just a little bit, right? Because we've got all of this here. And imagine if it's connected through there.
And realistically, it probably is
It probably
or was
is.
at one point.
I agree, yeah, completely. It's just, here it is again. More wall. Whoops. And drop a.
This is just so fascinating. Like, no history at all on this.
Nothing. So down here, oh yeah, is that big one there? Then where does it go? Where do we think? There's one. Down.
Yeah, I think it gets a little
straight
janky
through
here. Or to the left right there.
to here.
Who knows? That looks like a gravel pit and excavation of something old, too. To the top there.
Up here, yeah.
Right.
I mean, that could be, yeah.
Old
A massive
citadel.
star. Yeah, exactly. Nice leaf petal down there.
Right? That totally looks like a taken apart
There you
star.
go.
Boom.
So, no doubt that was.
Yeah, it
On
must
the
have been.
star, right? Because you'd see the wall connects there. So
100%. That would have been an old citadel.
down here around
Yeah.
the corner.
Perfect. Drop another. Look at that. It's just so perfect. So symmetrical.
That's ridiculous. So got one there. We should be measuring as well, like how far between each one. Oh, here's just some random thing out here. Some random ruins. So there's one there. It's been wiped out. Just mark that.
Yeah, it looks like down there.
Structure.
And it looks like that's the wall, yeah.
So this is just mad. Here, off we go again. All right.
Just through farmer's field after farmer's field that are completely clueless.
Completely oblivious, yep. Down here, oh my God. This is just insane, isn't
it? This needs to be like excavated and actually researched on the ground, because this is so crazy. Yeah.
It's just, this is the real story that, that they will never touch this, the old mainstream, because they can't fit their timeline in around it. Yeah, down here again, look at that.
Right? Just like, I wonder how deep it goes too.
Well, I mean, we've seen those stars, you know, and they look like they're completely buried, and you
Massive
still see them.
underground, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So it must be huge. I just built a road just through this one. Nice of them. So I put a marker. All right, so now it gets a bit. Oh yeah, no, there it is.
yeah, keeps on going.
So and why this shape? I wonder. Like, what's it all about? Someone
Right?
posted Philip Druzinen and thinks it might be like a gas pipe, and these might be like valves or
Terminals.
plug-in points or something. Yeah.
Could be. Philip's been investigating this topic for a very long time and is actually based out of Russia, right?
Yeah. Indeed. Okay, so we've got
pedal there.
one here. So let's be smart. Go. What? There. 475 meters.
475.
So then if was that the last one we got? Not that one. So then if we go for around here somewhere, there should be one. Oh, is that one there, mate? Oh, there. That's too big for. Oh, we'll double that by 9.
Or did it turn at the township there? It looked like it might have gone on the other side of the town at the end right there. Is that it continuing to the left?
So where are we for there?
Like where the woods are.
I like that. It's hard to see. It's kind of in the right spot.
Yeah.
I mean, you think that it looks like Starfort territory, doesn't it? Oh, is it this? Another destroyed one, maybe. Look at that.
Gravel pit now.
See that corner there? It could be. Which means the wall would be coming down this way. Funny angle.
Probably by this town. Yeah, right there for sure. And then down along there.
Oh, yeah, and look at this. Oh, God, look at all this water. All right, well, we might have to pick that up again at some time. But this is just a bizarre landscape. Look how lush and green and all this big, deep water. And then it's just a blast zone, like not far away. You get these weird, I mean, look at that weird landscape. All these little bits of water and stuff. And down here, this looks like it's been blown to crap. Look at this stuff.
Right?
Bizarre.
Leftover canals from a blown apart city.
Yeah, flooding and stuff. I mean, look at these. Look at this shape. Look what's going on here.
That is just bizarre.
Here's another square. I mean,
why would you be? That makes zero sense. Like, that's all man-made within there, but like that has no practicality. Why would they be wasting resources making these random little islands, canals, and like areas?
Like, look at this. What do you reckon? Is that a star down there?
Quite probable.
See that bin there as well. There. Anything on the line? See, could be. There's a few remnants there, isn't there?
And modern day quarry that's left.
Voided. But I mean, that looks very much like a Starfort. But because look at this. Old World City, but you can see this is all the brutalism. Right. Brutally destroy it. Oh, there's some mold here, though.
Look at these canal connections. This is crazy.
And see, look at
Yeah.
this. Just
Mad
this bit
old world.
here, you can find in France, in Washington, in just so many cities all over the realm, like that little, well, maybe
Right, that identical layout.
Mm. And then they normally have roads that link them up, but they've done a bit of shenanigans around here to cover it all up. But that's a full-on old world city there. All right.
What's at the tip there, maybe, of it? Oh, we're at the.
That's where we were.
Must have connected to this city, or this city is the start of the wall area.
Look at the tip. Oh. Of course, it's another mine.
Right. On both sides. Look at the barges being loaded.
Yeah. And that's literally how you find the star forts. Like when they have water, they're always two, one on each side. But I did find, where are we? So if we come over here, this is Netherlands. Star Fort's central, this place.
Right.
And it's bizarre. It's like completely old world if Google wants to work for me. You can see again, here's the canals coming through the center of the city. Got all these, well, you can look at this.
Oh, wow.
Look at this canal going around. You
this
can
is
see
Amsterdam?
And look. Yeah, so that's exactly what we were just looking at, that same shape.
Yeah.
Right across. Right.
Like identical.
This is Amsterdam, yeah. But look at that central district there. And we've got down here this remains of the Star Fort there. And we've got some more bits here. Look, it's been sort of flooded. Big canal around the outside. And I think there was another one.
Exact same shell as what we just were looking at, pretty much.
Yeah. This one just hasn't been blown to crap.
The water layouts of what's left.
And then just in every town, same as where we just were, like, lots of towns pretty close together, and they just all got the same features. Like, look at that one.
Well, yeah, let's zoom in on that baby.
That's pretty cool, hey? So that's Verdun, which most people have probably heard of when they look up star forts. Water. So you can just see here, like, remnants of these star shapes. And you can see how big that is, compared to all these little houses.
Right, everywhere. Like, just how was that excavated and leveled? And, like, the thing is, all of these canals, what people have to understand is, like, whether you believe in a flat or round earth is irrelevant. The canal itself, you have to have leveled water the entire way, like the ground dug out precisely that entire way. And like the amount of like technology, engineering, and resources and terraforming to make it happen, it's insane.
And we've found the same things. 2,170,894.33 meters apart, and all apparently just built, by random people who didn't know each other back in the day with no tools,
and that supposedly we're constantly at war with each other.
Yeah, exactly right. Constantly. That's why they had so many, forts. But here again, you can see sort of the outlines of a big,
right, exactly. And it's seeing the different shapes remaining within them that makes sense of what we just saw in the Russian areas, where there was no new buildings, but just these weird straight lined canals with random ponds and lakes all around them and stuff.
So look at this one. What is this? I don't know. But there's just these stars everywhere.
Right. Wow, can you go in a little closer to those ones? Like what? And they're fully moated.
We've got down here. It's got a star inside.
Wow. Like that's a fractal star fort.
Yeah, it's got two in there. Oh,
Two
yeah,
identical. And look at,
same.
they're so big. Those, like, wow, those are huge. Absolutely huge.
So 500 meters across. And then you can see just like all this, all these funny shapes everywhere. Golf courses, of course. Here's another one. And you can see that they're creating a line, right? See how we've got this? So no doubt if we come up here, well, maybe there was one there, but there would be a ring of them. Here you go. Here's another one here.
Like, what? You can't claim that this is defensive. Like, why would you be building butterflies and flowers along with it? Like,
exactly. It's just silly, right? There's another one. That's right. So if I go out now, you can see. Is that one? Can't remember. But we've got, see how you've got this sort of wall. You can see they're in like they're all a certain distance out
the alignments
from other stuff. And then this one looks like it's a bit bigger. And then you get into the city and you've got this massive, like very old world looking city in here.
And at one point it would have been all canals connecting them. And
there's another
most of the
pedal.
canals are still there.
See that one? Just like we were looking at. And that's it's a little island. But you can see this was one massive star fort. There's just bits of it everywhere, and other bits, have been covered up. Some haven't. I even just like to see the shape of this funny lake. So if we've got these star forts down, oh, look at these pedals here. Look at this.
Right, look at those.
And they're
overgrown now, but would have been water. Oh, it is still water.
Yeah, that's still water in there. So I don't know, is that someone's house? Because I want to live there, man. I want to live on a starboard pedal.
You got to be a duke of something.
A duke of thievery. But I mean, this part here's these ones. So yeah, well, it's a bit hard. But is that one there? Oh look! Oh my God! Look, they're just everywhere. Look.
Oh yeah! Like look at that! Like that? Literally everywhere.
And here as well, another bit of one. And so this should. So that's the borders around there, which means we should find another one up here somewhere, right? Well, there's this one. And is that one there?
Yeah, or was one.
Was one. So you can see there's this perfect sort of ring of these. That's what I was calling the satellite stars, and they kind of ring the city. So again, is this something to do with power, electricity, energy?
Yeah, it has to. It's a perfect fractal design that they have. It's got to do with resonance and energy. And like it just looks like macro boards, like not microchips, but macro chip board layouts.
Yep. And look, you can just see this canal. Look at these cutouts. See, all equidistant. Go straight again. And then you can see that's
to have that sort of accuracy in your build. Like you would have needed to survey from above. You would have had to have leveling technology.
Yep. Just ridiculous. And it's just is that okay? That's a canal as well, is it? Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely a canal.
Wow.
Canals full of canals.
Like, so I mean, that's what they would have all crazy. Right? All these old. And so I haven't even been in here, Amsterfoot, but I mean, Dow. I mean, look at that, right? That's just they just. It looks like the old maps you find, doesn't it? With the old Star City.
Look at that. It's got ramparts all around it on the outer shell. The bigger part of it there.
Bits. So
Can you zoom in a little closer on that one? That's so crazy.
Then we've got in the middle, of course, we've got a massive, massive cathedral. And that is a moat. Yeah, that's a moat going around it. And then, yeah, okay, so we've got sort of the inner, yeah, and then this big outer one here.
Yeah, that outer one, you can still kind of see the petals. It would have been a moat, and now it's turned into a road. They filled it in with pavement.
You can kind of see kind of some bits where they've, I mean, clearly it's because of the foundations are so big that sometimes they just have to go with the shape.
Exactly.
I mean, and then even the canal is an even bigger circuit.
And it's that they were able to terraform it into that back then, and where we struggle at terraforming it out of that today.
Yeah. We cover it up. Just mad. Can't see any stars in here. Here's some more circle action going on. But this, I mean, I'd love to go to Amsterdam. This place is just ridiculous.
It is. It's actually insane, the Star 40 citadelness of it. Like, it's just a land of it.
Yep, it's the most sort of untouched area. I mean, look at this.
Truly is.
So you can see there that's one of those irregular stars that we find.
Wow.
Look at that. So, I mean, look at this lake. Look at the edges on this lake.
Exactly. Like,
look at this.
It's canals going throughout there still.
Yeah. That's a pedal. So there'd be stuff everywhere. Look at this.
Like, we're taught of Venice and how it's all canal cities, but like, look at these. Like, there's thousands of them within every single one of these towns and cities.
Yeah, just look down here. This is all canals, and look at this one. What are all these? Look at. Oh, okay. So that's the top of the old star. See?
Right? Exactly.
Now here, and you can
That's
see out
all
here. This
old
is
world Star City there.
Here, see, there's another bit of it. So it's just all been. I mean, this is kind of the best I think we've got left, but even these aren't perfect. And even down here, here's another one, right?
Right? And look at that. It's a quarry.
And it's a quarry, of course. Of course it is. Oh, look at this.
With the moat still left in, and right? Like,
look at that. Under the ground. What are they buried there?
Total underground building still there.
And you can see the outside there, wall. I mean, it's just this. I mean, this area is just ridiculous for it. Tange, that's a whole town again, isn't it? Oh no, that one, yeah, that one. So we've also
that famous baby right there. But look at what it connects to, even that goes further out on.
Yep, down here.
Right, and like, it must have used to be connected to the other outreach side on the right top. Yeah, like
up here, yeah, but would have got bigger and bigger, and then of course all the canals, so it is connected to all those other stars. I mean, look at this canal. There's canal systems everywhere. It's just ridiculous.
There's nothing that explains these canal systems across all of Eurasia. Like, it's literally one giant canal system from the most western tips of Europe throughout all of what we were just looking at, through Siberia and what would have been all of ancient Tartaria connecting to China.
Yep, and of course it was done to make sure everyone had water, right? And now what are they doing? They're doing their damnedest to make sure that people don't have access to water.
You got to pay $2.50 for 500 milliliters of water at your local store, right? You can't drink that contaminated stuff that comes out of the tap or flows through your polluted streams.
No, they've made it that way, right?
Oh, look at that beauty too.
And so that's a good example here of how they've kept the star. But look, all the waterways and things have been, drained or filled in or something. And you still get like these funny, just see these funny shapes. Remember how Olaf
Yeah,
was saying,
guaranteed those.
look at the trees,
Yeah.
right?
So what
And they
would
look at
make
that,
sense is those
angle.
are overgrown canals, and that the roots, there's dirt in them, and then the trees
Yeah,
root into it. That's why they're there, because it's like an underground water
yeah.
system for them, and that's why they grow along it. That
Mm.
makes
And if it was
perfect
like
sense.
a lined canal and they just filled it in, then yeah, it would always hold you.
I guarantee that's what all of those are now when we see them, is just filled in canals, and that's how the plants are supported with it or grow better in them.
Because you see it everywhere, that phenomenon. And so I think this is France, is that right? And France, again, France has lots of good stars, but it doesn't have the network. The network's been knocked out, all the canals and everything.
Yeah, they destroyed the heck out of it in World War One and Two, I guess,
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly right.
and then just have built
Here we
over
go.
ever since.
So there we go. So these two big bastions. Oh, there's lots of words there, isn't there? Can you see those? And then there's another one down here. So you can see this would have been, so now that one there, a big star.
Right, and this is identical to what we were just looking at in the Siberian section, which we were told in our history classes was just wild, unsettled lands at that time, like 300 years ago. There was
Yeah, the
nothing out there
Tartaria.
at all, yet they had the identical built-out infrastructure and canals connecting them. Like, it just so ridiculous.
But when we started questioning Tartary, they're like, no, it's just a region full of nomadic dudes on horseback. No towns, no cities, but really? Well, then who was doing all this stuff? So
It's
this
the
is
Star Forts, the
north.
Star Citadel technology, whatever it was, the cathedrals, the citadels, it's all part of this Tartary mystery lost civilization technology.
Yep. And it looks like they just sunk this one. It's turned into a lake. Well, that would have been, just a canal. And then, of course, this is just a town, right? Look at this. Someone's living. Look at that. Someone's living in the little bastion.
I wonder like how deep your underground bunker goes in like the overall connected castle that you have underneath your little shanty house on top of that.
Yeah. Who knows what you get with that package when you buy that house? But again, just another massive star. And like this is the thing: those people living in it probably don't even know that they're living in a star. A lot of people have seen this one. This is the Citadel de Lille, a nice one. Looks like the Pentagon.
Oh, looks like the Royal Japanese Star Fort one as well, almost identical, I think.
Show, what's that one called? Show something. Of course, you can see this was, this is bigger, right? You can see out here. So that's only the center of a much bigger,
right? Like the quarried out parking lot. Like how built up is it? How underground is it?
We just don't know. Yeah, we just don't know how big they were. So that is Star Fort of Paris. And now I've actually got someone's number. I've got to get in contact. That was Belgium. Some of that. Who's got like a lot of Star Forts, and because I'm trying to get, I used to have the map and that had like 5,000 on it, but it got eaten by one of my computers. So I might get someone on soon to take us for a romp. Look at that one.
Just on top of a mountain, with like
Yeah,
out
why
of
not?
nowhere.
Yeah, if you're going to build it in the hardest place possible. That's what I say.
And then is there a little one it connects to at the bottom? Right? Yeah, look at that. It had to be some sort of energy thing.
Yeah. It had to be. And that's why it's easier to see when we look at the walls, but when you see them just all, they've all been separated, you can't see the system, can you? But, I mean, there's remnants. I mean, that's a road, is it? Who knows? Yeah. But there was, there would have been, right? connecting all these
Exactly. And like, was
places,
that what those
walls.
walls and the canals were the connecting energy infrastructure of it?
Hmm. I would think so. I mean, and some of these structures are so big and just so, in such random places, right? Here's another one, Fort Lagarde. Come on, Google, you can do it. You can do it, Google. Okay, where are we? Oh, yeah, there you go. Look at that one.
Yeah,
And
like
of course,
four fractals on that layer.
and no doubt more, it's on top of a hill again.
Oh, down again and down 2 more further down there.
Down there, I mean, even out here kind of looks,
Yeah.
you can sort of see shapes. So, yeah, how much of that one is underground? That's the thing. It could just be the very top layer.
Well, it looks like it connects down all the way around to the bottom, the left there. That building would go to the left a little more. No, far left. There you go.
Oh, down here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. I see. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's total
Sure,
Star
yeah,
City.
down here. Yeah, for sure. So that would have been, so that was probably just like a citadel and a massive star and then a wall around the city. And of course, we've got the canals here, as per usual.
This one's
And
in
what do we
Italy.
have here? But a massive cathedral, of course. This is France.
France.
Yeah, look at that bit. That's definite. Yeah. Definitely much more of that under the ground.
Well, the French definitely don't speak Russian, and the Russians definitely don't speak French. So
No,
why were their buildings identical and their building books apparently in the same language?
exactly right. No, the same number system, letters. Yeah, it's all the same. Apparently. Also, right? So, how was that? Did everyone like that little romp through some star cities?
That was pretty awesome.
Kansas City, Jim, Vancouver. Hello, Leslie, Dragon's Age, Natalie Ranka, Drunken Boxing. We ain't in Kansas anymore. Brian, much love. Leslie McKensley, hello. All right, well, what I think is, I think I need a coffee. And I was thinking, maybe we can put on a little ditty, get a coffee, and then maybe come back and we can have a bit of a look around. And
I like that idea.
Get some, if people know where there's any stars, and they can direct us, and we can go see what we can find for a little bit. What do you reckon, crowd? 279 of you here. Thank you for being. Make sure you give me a like, subscribe if you haven't, share this around, and of course you'll find the link to Bernie's channel in the description.
We've got a hater troll. Hi, Joel, the hater troll.
We've got a troll, and we've got Stuffed Beagle, Beegs. How you going, Beegs? Welcome.
Do you want to put on one of my recent episodes with the Bashkara wheel, the overbalanced wheel, for a minute?
The overbalanced wheel? What is it, a video?
Yeah, it's I think my second last video. Bashkara wheel, it's called.
Oh.
Maybe put it about 10 or 15 minutes in.
Oh, okay, we'll play that. Okay, and then we can run our coffees. Good thinking.
Yeah, exactly. We'll play that for the intermission.
All right, so everyone, you can sit back and enjoy some nice afternoon, morning, or evening viewing, or run off and get yourself a hot beverage of your choice, or cold. It doesn't have to. It could be warm. It could be tepid. We don't segregate here. We're not into drink segregation. You can put the Coke to the lemonade. We don't mind.
Hot lemonade, cold coffee, whatever you want. We don't judge.
Whatever tickles your fancy. Welcome, Callum. How you going? All right, so enjoy, guys. We'll be back in 5 or 10, and we shall continue the romp around the realm. That was supposed to work perfectly, but we're still here.
We're getting our timing down.
We're getting there. Is it uploaded or?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were sharing. I
Oh,
have
no,
to
I'm
share.
not. That's our problem. What's it called?
There we go. Communication issue.
Communication. Vacation on communication. All right. Brunei, mind's eye, third eye science guy. All right, vacuum on full screen. Oh, sorry, technical issues. Volume.
Over a month before, without me touching.
Oh, top.
Yeah, so that is the question, and
Oh,
I
there we
do
go.
believe, I do think
Hi, guys.
that usable torque can be produced by attaching different neodymium magnets and flywheel on the other side. I've been talking to Mike with Faraday Research about this a bunch over the years, and it's 100% probable. And that I've seen these same several models now being made. Bascara wheel, overbalanced wheel build, and how they've also replicated several, probably the most out of any channels that I've seen are builders, these different overbalanced wheel perpetual motion designs. So now it's a second type of device here that they're showing, that's essentially an overbalanced chain system, where they're using the leverage of the different pulleys, wheels, and gravity to keep this over. We'll leave that up so you can read it. Over Unity systems, and that there's literally hundreds of them, if not thousands, of these working designs that smart-minded independent engineers have come up with over the years, as well as ancient ones that seem to be used extensively back in the day. Oh, look at that synchronicity. Hey, Truth Seeker in Oz, amazing. Gotta love when that happens. So let's here, I'll share the Visual Education Project's YouTube channel, where they literally have, I'd say, hundreds of different models and builds of these different perpetual motions, overbalanced wheels, over Unity devices, and that what look like these sacred geometric designs of like Da Vinci and others. In fact, they were 2D blueprints of 3D working model over Unity over balance devices that I believe with the right magnet and coil systems and flywheels attached would definitely be able to provide some sort of electrical generation power. So I'm just playing a couple other of their different interesting builds, like this one, right? The 3 teardrops, but in fact, it with liquid, look what it does. That was a short one. Actually, wait. Let's go back to that and back to the main. Yeah, see Leonardo da Vinci's one. Oops, I should have let that play. All right. This one right here, Da Vinci's overbalance wheel. Look at that. Hey, Ashley, welcome. Aaron Cabrera, Looking, Truth Seeker Oz, Healthy Man BC, Enslaved by Truth, Machine Head 69, Stuart Rogers, Dragon Sage. If I missed anybody, thank you all for joining in tonight. We're going over some different over Unity devices, designs, these overbalanced wheels. VE Project One is a YouTube channel that's been around forever that has been replicating these, but there's several other. There's about 5 really good Russian channels that they do 3D printing of some of these models, as well as I believe VE Project One. Right? Like Archimedes' sphere, it just keeps on going, and it's because the ball on the one side, once you get it going, has more weight than the other. It's truly fascinating stuff. I will post the
I'll
link
play the
for
Jared
that
Booster clip
video
now.
in the live chat for everyone right now as well. Those were mostly VE Project 1.
Oh, are we back?
Kind of. I guess we're back now.
I guess
I
we're
was
back
going to
now.
play the Jared Booster clip of the Tartary wall, but if we're back,
Maybe we need to tell people about history. No.
Oop.
What?
Oop. There we go.
You're showing
Just this
You're
is the
showing
Forbidden
that video
City.
clip.
This is the Jared Booster clip.
On a clip on your channel. On
yes.
So there you go. It's a fractal clip.
Fractal clip of
excuse me.
Those walls right there, the Tartary walls of the Forbidden City of Beijing.
I've got, what was it called? Star Civilization.
I'm excited to see this Star Civilization.
Star Civilization. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, okay. So that's a map of the Forbidden City. I mean, look at those walls. So they just, and the arches. I mean, you know, the only thing different is the roofs, right?
Right, exactly. Like it's the same foundations, the same buildings, absolutely everywhere, and then just the local facade that's put on it of the ruling ruling occupiers of that timeline, of this timeline.
It's just.
Oh, he's saying Star Civilization with Gimli.
I don't know how old that drawing is, but it's completely built out at that time, isn't it? Completely finished.
Right? Like,
yeah, like we never, in all these old pictures, you never ever see a picture of a city that's half done, right? Or just starting, you know. They're always
like when was this all dug out? Like,
just those moats at the front, man.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. So the walls of Tartary are inside.
Look at the Chinese flag compared to the Tartary flag. Pretty much the same.
Pretty similar.
The red dragon, was it actually the double-headed Tartarian eagle dragon?
Eagle. Which is the phoenix, I guess.
Phoenix, yeah.
And of course, then if you think of phoenix as in the reset mechanism, then that is the dragon as well, isn't it?
Exactly. And then it's like brings back memories of a child reading Dinotopia, and were dinosaurs dragons, and did we live with dragons and dinosaurs only 500, 1,000 years ago? Because all the legends, all the stories, the histories all claim that we did, and then yet we find them in the archaeological layers. Like we're finding them in the dirt, the bones of these mythical creatures. Why is one supposedly possible, but only forever ago, but impossible to have lived with us, yet their bones are everywhere?
They're everywhere, exactly, you know, but, things are supposed to waste away. When it's geology, you know, like wind just blows bones into dust, right? But not dinosaur bones, you know, not when they're millions of years old. They just happen to stay there, right? So right. What should we go and have a look maybe at this Forbidden City from Google Earth and make it unforbidden?
Yeah, that's a good call.
They call me unforbidden. All right, I think what we'll do is we'll question history and then we'll have a look at the Googles.
Being autodidactic, the self-educated, on what's actually out there.
We're just trying to rediscover, research, remember. With what's gone on in the last few years, it's like, can we really trust the information we've been given about anything? You know, if they're not going to tell us what's good for us, for our mental and physical well-being, then why would they tell us the truth about where we came from? You know, because that's the biggest thing, is people don't want to believe they've been lied to. You know, obviously no one wants to be lied to. And then the next bit after that is, they would never do that to us. You know, the government loves us, but does it really? Because we trust the science. Like literally, they put on a front for us on their Tell Live Vision, where they have their cast and they do a broadcast from Hollywood with their little holly wands. But it's just a front, right? Just like they put on the buildings, it's just a front.
We used their foundations and then covered it with a facade. Catastrophism used to be taught in higher education as the geology. It wasn't the crustal displacement theory, it was catastrophism, and that there was many resets. So we're just starting to put the pictures back together and the maps and trying to add everything up, because so much has been deleted.
Tartaria. Where did it come from? What's the real story?
It seems like, and there's a lot of, you know, debate about the word Tartaria, and of course, you know, we use it because, you know, it's a topic, that's a word people know, but it's the old world. But the more we look into this, I mean, Tartaria, basically in the old encyclopedia says it was basically the whole northern hemisphere at one point. So it seems that it was not a country as we think of them, but more of a civilization, I guess, where there was independent countries, but they were all sharing the same information and technology and working together. Yeah, and then basically over time, during catastrophes, it got broken apart, and those people who like to take advantage, shall we say, sort of jumped in and stole it all.
It's the same civilization, that same Slavic civilization and technology and whatnot, or group that later was Tartaria, and then I guess broke apart. It would have been right before the World Wars, right? That would have been the last remnants being wiped out.
You know, the censorship that we see now, that's a book burning. That's just the book burning, but done on the internet.
Burn it.
Time. You know, and the calendars and the dates, we know they're always flipping calendars around, right? You know, from Julian to Gregorian. You know, we talked about the Slavic calendar being, you know, in the year 7000. We know that Judaism is in the year 5000 somewhere. You know, all these different dates, and we're told we're in the year 2022. But are we? And what does that even mean? Right? How can we be in the year 2022 if someone else is in the year 5000 and something, and someone else is in the year 7000, right?
Right, the grand cycle, and why so many ancient civilizations paid so much attention to it, and building measuring the megalithic structures that have lasted throughout all of time. That's the grand celestial calendar to this day. And it's why they're trying to have this great reset yet again right now, because everybody's waking up, so they want to try to erase it all over again.
Don't ever try this at home.
You've been busy. Those are some awesome short clips, brother.
There you go. So I hope everyone enjoyed that little clip.
Yeah, there's apparently a Slavic calendar that's 7,500 years old, so it might actually be year 7,500 according to Tartaria.
Yeah, it's interesting. Jason says, what does he say? 5,600 and something.
A lot
I
older
mean,
than the
BC,
Mayan
right? I mean,
civilization.
BC, who has a calendar that starts not at the start? Because BC and, what is it, 18 BC?
That's a very
It
good
means we
point,
didn't start at the
actually.
start, right? It's just starting in the middle somewhere. It's just what?
That's so true. It's backwards.
It's retardedness. All right, who we got here? Dragon Sage. It's like the 6,000 something since they enslaved us. Yeah, probably since the favour canopy, maybe. Dennis Jansen. Is J in front of the year added to Jubilar? Superlative most pertaining to or having the character of? I don't know.
Yeah, like I theorized the J was just a different millennium or century sort of thing with like when they put them in terms of numbers.
Or it could be like cycle, times between cycles, right?
Yeah, what cycle it was.
They get it literally started at A, like we've gone down to J, and that's all that we get. That's all that we can see. Oh, thank you, Edna Bell. We love you.
Amanda apparently just got a call from the Chinese government. Like what?
Is that
asking if other Australians had that happen?
What? Okay. What phone call did I just answer? Any other? I don't think my phone's turned
and
off.
like, did it just happen? Like, as soon as we started talking about the Forbidden City, and like,
is that? Oh, really? Okay, yeah, right.
So it might not have been the Chinese officials, Amanda.
And she just got home from a funeral. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, that's not good. Jethro, how you doing? Welcome. We're studying Confucianism at the moment. We're all a bit confused. But what we're going to do is go and have a look at the Forbidden City in China. Shanghai, is it?
Beijing. Beijing, an old Peking city. In the old world, it was called Peking, and now it's Beijing. The center of Beijing is the Forbidden City.
So they used to be, yes, now they're just boring and beige.
But I wonder how close they are to the pyramids. And look at how identical that is to the old map that we just saw before that we played of it. It's
identical. How similar is that to Angkor Wat?
Yes.
Angkor Wat, right?
Almost identical now that you point that out. And that's what I wanted to mention and say from watching the beginning of that short clip is we need to do another video on Burma, Cambodia, and North Korea, that whole region, and how they still have these giant, their ancient mega structures are still coated in gold. They're the ones where we're still seeing that recording of that plasma ball on top of one of the spires on one of the buildings. It's like, is their Antiquitech still intact? Yeah, it's Angkor Wat.
It's Angkor Wat, so.
And the moat around it too. Yeah, you're zoomed in a little bit.
The moat.
Yeah, there's the moat.
Yeah, gotcha. So let me just mark this as well. So this is Angkor Wat.
And look at how much these moats are looking like compared to the Star Cities and what else we've been looking at throughout Europe. Only this was acknowledged that it was built thousands of years ago, not in the recent past.
Yep. I mean, and even look at that. Look at that big, massive square. What is going on there?
This was another temple they just found.
Oh, okay. Wow. Look at that.
Awfully Star 40.
That looks exactly like the squares we were just finding, in Russia
throughout Siberia.
Yellow, blue, Siberia. But look at
were they in these more massive, bigger, octagon or rectangular lakes and moats.
Oh, look, it's a dead spaceman. Ah. Okay, so this is Angkor Wat. Okay, so it looks like that. So then if we go all the way out, where am I? China, where are you? China.
Yeah. Left.
This way. This way.
You got it right there.
There. And that's it there.
Darn near identical.
What do you reckon?
What was this big lake next to it? Was that the big reservoir that we saw that's dried up next to Angkor Wat? Oh, look at, yeah. Another temple right inside.
And on there. And on down here. Oh, look at that.
What? That looks like a massive satellite antenna, but I guarantee you it's an ancient temple of some sort.
Oh. Where'd it go? Oh, we're on it. Oh. It's like a what are they called? Not dolmens.
Right. I'm trying to think of it too. It's killing me.
God, I don't know what they're called, but yes, please let us know in chat. What are the, if I go there? Not dolmens.
I think it does start with the D.
I think it's similar to that.
They give claim to the Buddhists for building them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's heaps throughout, sort of Asia and Thailand and all that area. And they just look like bells, basically.
And Burma, Myanmar area, and Cambodia, North Korea, and they still have them completely covered in gold.
Yes. They've got one sitting on a rock.
Right? Like, look at that. Those are just giant resonators. Like, they're giant interdimensional antenna of some sort, or arrays of some sort.
And look at the center here.
It's a pyramid.
That's exactly what Angkor Wat had. It had a massive, big, like pyramid-like temple in the middle. It's exactly the same. And it's even got these other square. I wonder if there's... What's this? The Temple of Heaven.
Like, look at that's just a giant circuit board.
Yeah, look at all this stuff.
On top of a pyramid that they've treated over.
This stuff in Europe.
Yeah, like this looks exactly like the remnants of what we just saw in Siberia.
And Siberia, exactly.
And Europe.
Look at this. So it's not the Forbidden City. This is where'd the city go? Up here. Is that it? No, up here.
Yeah.
But you can see down here, like we're still getting the same stuff. Like look at this. See this stuff everywhere. A canal here. That's a canal?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely canal.
And this is in China, where which was apparently closed off, right? They kind of tell us it was closed off to the rest of the world, had their own culture and everything, but it just turned out the same as everyone else's. They just changed the roof, their roofing style. So the pyramids, if we go out, are down here.
Okay.
So not too far.
Not too far, yeah. And in between there and Angkor Wat, so...
Where's this one? Is there even a pyramid there? Oh my God.
China's like, nope.
You went there. Oh yeah, there you go. Pyramid. Just like you see in South America, right?
Well, only half of it you're allowed to see. The other half has chemtrail.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, okay. They're very specific chemtrails too. All right. So, where should we go? Give me a country. I can't see, Burn. So, anyone got any suggestions of a country, and we'll go and see if we can find a star for it. Or it can be a state if it's in America.
Maybe, yeah. Let's look along the St. Lawrence River where Canada and the US separate, but where they have like the Montreal and the Quebec City like major citadels, Star Fort, and all the canals through the Great Lakes and that connect there too, through the St. Lawrence.
Am I in the right area?
You got to go right now, right up there, and then up, right. And then,
this sort of area?
Yeah, through up there. I think that's all the. You got it. These are all the canals that connect through.
Oh my God, is that farming land? Wow. Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Like this is all just as old world canal citadel sort of land. That's airport.
What are you doing to me?
Oh, is that a star fort right next to that airport? Looks pretty close.
Whereabouts? Here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at that bit.
And like
I see
old
what you
canal
mean. Yeah,
system,
okay.
and then it
So
kind of looks like
here,
some pedals there.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. For sure.
And look at the canals that are still there.
And there's
Leftover
a canal
canals.
there.
That's definitely an old star fort.
If we're coming up to here, and then we've got another big angle. Look at that. Any other canals?
Yeah, and these leftover canals in what is now being built a leftover runway of the airport. They straight up put an airport over top of this old canal star fort development, right? Like guaranteed they're covering up the ruins of a star fort with this airport.
Yeah, look at this angle here.
Like that's a canal. Why would they have that straight canal built in an airport? It makes zero sense.
No, that's a cover-up.
Straight cover-up.
Look at the canal.
Yeah.
Nice, good call, Burn. This is, yeah. We may have to put a marker on that one.
They just seem to pop up everywhere, hey?
Isn't it interesting? And this is the thing, you can literally go and find at least remnants of the old world, if not stars. You know, stars aren't that hard to find. What is going on there?
Yeah, that's Old World City downtown, right next to where that star was.
That's very old.
Like, is this Russia or is this Canada?
Yeah, I mean, and just this bit here, with the middle bit in these lines, you see that in Washington. You know how they've got the owl in Washington?
Exactly.
And look at these two eye bits, these two. Maybe we're looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, there you go.
But even up here, like, that's just bizarre.
And then they've been building over it.
So this is prime. Places like this are prime places to look for remains of stars. I don't know why they just put sporting fields over them. Yeah.
Oh, why is there a pond? Why is there all the water? It wasn't a star fort, it's a park.
And like, what's this?
Right? Good call.
What's all with all that funny angles? Even there you can kind of see, again, the trees giving it away.
Like, why would you just make your parking lot there? Yeah, it makes no sense. They're using the leftover infrastructure on top of that old star fort build.
So, wow, that has got a lot of people living around here. All right, so we found one there. So, got any calls from the people in the
live chat? Yeah, who's got a suggestion they want us to look up for? Oh, you're zooming in on me in the medicine hat.
Is this the medicine hat? Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, how far from Calgary are we? Oh, right there. Boom. Good call. What the heck is that?
What is that at the end of it?
But that looks like a...
You can see the line keep going?
Yeah. And like that looks like an
This
old
one here.
city there, like a layout of like communities,
Yeah.
but definitely is not
Water.
like from the
Oh
current
yeah.
civilization.
Look at this.
Yeah, like
And that is that water? I don't know. It's hard to tell. That's definitely water, but I mean, look at all the. Look at that.
yeah, that's a farmer turning an old star fort into what looks like an old star fort.
And see how it's
That
a
looks
lot
kind of
greener than
Napoleon to
everything
the left
around it.
too.
To the left.
Right,
Oh, down here.
up a little bit more, like right there to the right, to
Oh,
the
yeah.
left, right. Like, what's all of this stuff?
Here and all this. Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks like a bloody bomb's been dropped, doesn't it?
right.
Looks like a bomb hit here and kind of blasted out. And
Right there, right? Like what
is that?
Yeah. Like that
Looks
is a
like a hill
massive
with something on
impact
the
zone,
top
it
of
looks
it.
like.
Yeah, well, oh, is it a hole or it's hard to see? It could be a hole or a hill. Something here, but look at that.
Right?
What the hell?
That makes no sense.
And we've got remains here.
Yeah, old square foundation.
That
That looks kind of
looks
Star 40
yeah, like one of
Bastion-like.
those ones you saw in Amsterdam, doesn't it? Those little satellite ones.
Oh my, I've got even more to explore with my drone when I
Perfectly
go down
square
there in a
lake.
few weeks.
See that square lake inside a square?
Yeah,
And another square here.
that's some
So it looks like there
extremely
was something
anomalous
here, like a
terrain
city
there.
or something, that got wiped out. But yeah, that too, and then yeah, that. But definitely down here, all these. Yeah, man, that's pretty
And
interesting,
that's
hey?
just below all of those faces. That's literally right below
Yeah,
all the faces,
just
or
below
right
all the
above
faces.
them, I guess.
Is that water?
What? Right? Look at that rampart to the left too.
Yep, down here. That looks like water, don't know, but lots of funny, you know. There's just heaps. Look at this. There's heaps of funny things around here.
None of that makes sense.
Under the ground here,
Right?
these funny shapes.
And like the what looks like massive, massive bombardment from it.
Yeah, I mean that's
Right
ridiculous.
close by.
That. Boom. Excuse me. So yeah, something went on there, and that's your medicine face, and
Yeah, the other face is there. And
that's that's the guardian with the helmet. So that this is the thing, guys. Wherever you go, anywhere in this realm, there is interesting stuff like this that says interesting. Come on, Google's.
right?
It's onto us. It's like these people are seeing way too much.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, okay. Is it just that's an airport? But oh, hang on, or is it? Maybe it's something in the ground. Oh my God, look at that! Come on.
Well,
Tools.
see it.
Well, maybe it's just I don't know what it was. It's not too interesting now, though, is it? Oh, maybe it's because I'm on the wrong date. Oh, that's even worse.
It's not letting us take a look.
It's not. Onto us. Oh, look at that. It's just that middle bit that's darked out. How bizarre is that? Thanks.
And then you mention it and it all goes dark.
Okay. Yeah, it's like, oh, they're onto us again. Oh. All right. See, oh my God, come on. Don't be silly. Don't you be playing these games?
Gamma City, Alberta supposedly has crazy lines.
Gamma City, Alberta.
Yama.
Yama.
Yama. I've never heard of Yama City, and I've lived in Alberta my entire life.
What have we got here? Volunteer Park.
I agree, Stellium. I agree.
So, hey, Mike, how you doing? All right, let's go check out Yama City. Oh, it's taking us to Japan. Where was it?
Alberta.
Ontario?
Alberta, right where we were.
Oh, Upper Yama. Zama do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Look at all this
Yeah,
stuff.
look at that.
Wow. Oh, my God. Look at what the hell?
Like,
Okay, that's some
I was
crazy
at first
line.
thinking maybe oil lines, but no, this is insane. Like, no, that's
just
way,
ridiculous.
that's not cuts in the trees. That's
Look at them.
scraped in there.
You can
Wow.
see it's like there's a full. It's like a square grid with a cross grid underneath it.
Like, what? Can you zoom in a little closer? That's insane. Like, what's it made out of?
Are they roads? I think they're using them as roads. But look at the. Oh, are they? God, that's looking very wallish, isn't it?
Right, like.
But look at the territory. Look at the space it's covering.
Yeah.
If we go down here, yeah, it's still got the crosses, boxes everywhere.
But it's like some of those look ancient. They don't look modern at all.
No. What's that, a river maybe? I don't know.
That's fascinating.
And I guess that's a mine, is it?
Yeah, and like you can see what a real dirt road looks like compared to these lines.
Are these all mines, you reckon?
They could be, yeah. It could be the tar sand area. That could be where the tar sands are, and then they're doing strip mining on it. But it doesn't explain what the heck all of those lines are.
They're just ridiculous. And so this is a road, like a proper road, I'm guessing, and these are
exactly
it's like they're foundations in the ground, or something so the trees won't grow there, or something.
Exactly, like it's not a road; it's legitimately lines, just grid cut into the entire forest and terrain. That's crazy. Thank you for the tip.
Yeah, that is madness.
Oh, and then look at all the scarring right above it. What looks like
up here, yeah, right, like it's been blown to crap. And let me put a little house on the prairie. Nice.
That was
here as well. Looks like it's been blown out.
Yeah.
And down into here. And then look at that. They've literally blown the lines away.
Yeah.
See? No lines there, but they're all literally all gridded in around it.
Yeah.
So
that almost proves they're not modern at all. Look at that.
Yeah, and it proves that this is a bomb, right? That's disturbed stuff under the ground. Because just here, they're everywhere.
Right?
No doubt. Right next door, you can sort of see a little bit of this.
That looks like it flooded at one point and over flooded some of the lines, but the lines are a lot better intact than where that explosion looks like just above. Yeah, this looks like some Nazca Peru style lines.
It's just bizarre. Look at this whole region.
Right? Yeah, like
I mean,
that.
look how much land's out there, right? And they say that the world's overpopulated, right? Look at this. There's no
You
one
could
out
have
here.
a million different individual lakes or homes with lakes up there.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, right? Yeah, move out here and get your own lake. All right. So anyone? Let's go. Should we go to? Why don't we go to? So nice. They named it twice. Where is it? Down here. Down here.
New York, New York.
So of course the capital. And of course you see that. Oh my God! What did you do to me? You brought the cloud covering. God. Go away, Google. See, was this the battery? And what's down there? No battery. They ripped it out, but there was a star fort here. They took that one out, but they left these ones, right?
Yeah.
Do.
And it's like, so how is that identical structure in the center island of New York, yet also buried in the middle forests of central Siberia?
I think it's just coincidence.
Must be.
Must be coincidence. What do you think? And then there's a couple more islands down here. They all look very man-made. Of course, this is
I was just about to say
Liberty.
that. Like, those islands must have been made at the same time as the star forts.
Yeah. And the only 11 pointed star fort I've seen, or star citadel.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then there's the whole, didn't this used to be called, people thought this was called Ellis Island, right? But now it's Liberty Island. Is that right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
And then this is Ellis Island, which is where they do the, look at this building. We go have a look.
It's a prison, isn't it?
They do the processing of people that come into America, I think.
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, that building.
Classic Tartarian.
Almost the exact same building I saw in Melbourne. Like, seriously. Look at that. And then there's this whole thing that whoops, that was the wrong button. I didn't mean to push that button. Hello everyone. This weird attack in Ellis Island in World War One. Have you heard about this? Like, I can't remember what Black Tom. Oh, whoops.
Vaguely remember.
It's not in any of the history books or anything, but apparently they blew the crap out of this island, and it shattered windows for 20 miles or something. But check out this bit of geometry.
Right?
Why not?
Like, just decided to build that at a time where, you were fighting for a potato.
Yeah, exactly right. So just there in the New York Harbor, we've got all that, and then we've just got, this is all man-made shorelines, all of it.
Right, and it's old man-made. It's not new.
No. And of course,
cover up
there, right? Yeah. This could definitely be the remnants of an old canal.
100% that is. And then look at the watered ponds in that golf course, and what looks like a canal right behind it turned into a road.
Down there, yeah. And
but like that
here,
like guaranteed that's a filled in canal throughout there, leftover old Star City.
Looks like it. I mean, that looks like it was almost an island, doesn't it? And then, so just ridiculous. So where's New York? New York's big. So we come down here. Wall Street is actually where the wall used to be. Not that we'll probably find any remnants, but they completely covered this one up, didn't they? But I mean, it's the same thing, right? And look at Central Park. I mean, again, we see these types of rectangles. We just saw them in China and
the waterways within it too. Like,
yeah, it's got water in there. Of course, it has. And you get these funny shaped roads. again, like, look at this. Canal, anyone?
Right, and the canal that connects to the left that goes up there, to the left there.
Up here,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, look at that. That's completely man-made. Massive,
Well,
massive.
completely man-made canal. And this island out here is probably man-made too. I don't know what this is, but looks like the least populated part of it. It's all industrial. Oh, is that? And is that another canal? It is.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's another
Going up
canal.
there, is that right?
So those are just
More.
built over now industrial areas that used to be. Guaranteed there's forts on there somewhere. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see the walls of it.
And look at these old ruins in here.
Total
Oh
Starfall
yeah.
Island.
Oh wow, is that? Yeah, right. Is that the remains of the wall underwater,
Looks like it.
cracking the waves? But everything in here, like, look at everything. None of these are man-made. I mean, none of these are natural walls. They're all man-made. Look at these big
And
right
the
angles everywhere.
canals. All the
Yeah,
waterways.
there's
All
another one that,
man-made.
yeah, and they've blocked it off. Just filled it in. So that probably came over and connected to this canal. Is that a
That
canal?
almost
Or is that just, maybe that's just shadow? It's hard to say, but you can see, yeah, they just
probably
built
filled
over
in canal.
and down here more canals.
Yeah.
All right, and then I mean, look at that. So they just literally just block them off.
And there was water on the other side of the road there, so it probably was a canal before a road. Oh no, that's a tower, my bad.
This thing, yeah,
Yeah.
Lego tower. But yeah, look at this. There's another big canal. And I mean, look, if you don't tell me that's not man-made. Come on, look at that. And that as well, right? It looks like the top of a star.
It does. And like look
Right?
at the old world geometry of the building areas, the properties around it, even though they've all been rebuilt, the property shapes are still that of the old world.
Yeah, because with these lines and these funny angles and stuff down here, don't know what that is, but we've still got these. So who knows what was going on in New York back in the day? But
Oh, what's that to the far right? There, all those. Look at all.
So it's all in industry now, but yeah, again, it looks like stuff that they've blocked off. These are all
Connected at one
canals,
point.
right? Yeah. Well, here you can see this one gets a bit further in. But that's the thing, you got water coming in here, then you get lakes. Like there's a lake here, and then you get these, canals here. So it was definitely, connected up at one point. But just ridiculous. I mean, look at the coast up here. Look at this.
The coast and the seawalls too, like it has
these
a perfect
seawall,
artificial seawall along the whole way, and the canals behind it. And they claim, oh, it's just natural or made recently. It's like, no, it's been like that forever, and nature doesn't build straight.
No, I mean, look at the amount of canals, around here. Look, and again, look at this. Who knows? Could be something to do with the star. But yeah, these sea breaks, they're all, look at the walls, they're all man-made.
And I've seen videos of people going up on these seawalls, and they're like ancient carved, like runic, like stones and like blocks with like runic language, what looked like Viking figurines in them, and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, a thing of a beach that had these old like heads, like Viking heads or something. Yeah. So, this is the thing. Who knows what's up there? Wow, is that? Oh, that's Long Island. Wonder why they call it that.
What a Long Island. Oh, that's Long Island.
That's Long Island.
But like, look at that
even
long straight island. It came like that. It's
it came with this seawall as well.
exactly.
Seawall. And I don't know, that's probably just Google Earth, but look at the shapes it's giving us under the water. Triangles everywhere.
Just crazy.
And then here, like, Is this a river? Who knows? I mean, classic, right? The island and the
Yep.
river. And what do we have here?
That's looking pretty Star 40.
What do you reckon? Remnants, anyone? Parks. And again, just these waters and more canals just going everywhere. Are they canals too? Oh yeah, that's a canal too. And just like this, like why is this road built like that? I mean, this is all empty space. Why? Because there's foundations under the ground that are pointed. I mean, just looking at that, you can just see all these funny angles everywhere, can't you?
Literally, and like the trees there.
And on the other side, look what we've got. Look at this.
With the marina in there, like it used to connect to through canal system.
Yeah, they get their boats in and out. There must be a bridge or something inside that. That's weird. It's the Riverside Lake. I mean, just weird stuff everywhere around here, right? Look at this. And it's normally the funny angles that catch my eyes, but you can see. So with all taking all that into account, this is most probably a man-made canal.
What's right? Like, what's this little
right angle just sitting in the river, as you do? I mean, look. I mean, come on. Look at all this stuff, man.
Right.
This, and then these islands again. Funny shaped, irregular weirdness in fields.
And if you see all the trees, they're probably like the filled-in canals that have the good root water for them all, and that's why they keep those shapes.
What the heck? This is just what is going on in this place? Look, there's just these
star angles everywhere.
Weird angles everywhere. So no, obviously it needs more investigation, but that this has got a lot of markers. Let's put it that way. To old world cityness, and it's also a bit of a giveaway. You see these towns, and most of the shoreline there's no housing, but we know that that's the most expensive real estate,
and that they also look the edges of the river look far too smooth and straight to have not been man-made and altered for a lot of it. Like, sure, it's overgrown at places, but the overall shape looks like it was made at one point, canaled out at one point, and left to overgrow since. But that would have been at a time before any of the modern city was built.
Yeah, and normally, if you go along them, you normally find bits where the wall's still intact. But all this would just be flowed over, so the wall would be, I don't know, maybe back here somewhere, right? Is that
quite possible? Probable, right?
Oh, okay. Look at that. That's just a little
marina. It's like that's probably ancient, not modern.
That could be exactly. Looks like an old entrance of something to a canal.
But it looks like walls in half the sections of that river, and there's no houses, no buildings, nothing. And it's like, if that's actually built up wall, who would have done that and why?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's still not built up now. I saw it down here. Is this some? Can we see some? No doubt there would be. But the thing is, it's just too equidistant. Like, look at it. It's too nature doesn't make geometry that's
equidistant the whole way.
Yeah. Of course, here's another one that's been blocked off. So of course you come down here, and no doubt you find all this weird stuff in the ground. I mean, it's like this stuff's just popping out at us now, isn't it? It's like it's always been there, apparently. Or has it? Are we in a different world? Different timeline?
Are we merging? Ooh, merging timelines.
Whoa. I feel like doing the dance from Wayne's World. Ooh.
Maybe let's check out Florida quickly, because apparently there's a lot of what was claimed to be Roman Louisiana, Florida area. So up a little bit left, I guess, at the edge of Florida where it meets the other one. Throughout this area, there's supposedly a whole bunch of what was called Roman canals and systems through the bogs.
I guess the bogs are over this way
Yeah.
more. Yeah, we got these canals going everywhere into the city.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna have to figure out the right spot.
So if we go Florida Fort. Where we get? Oh, we got Ort. Oh, because I forgot to put an F on it. Can't believe there's a Florida Ort. What the hell? I wonder why Fort Lauderdale is called Fort Lauderdale. Where's that down here? Oh, okay. That doesn't look old world at all, does it?
No, not at all.
Oh my
Not
God.
at all.
All that infrastructure, man. Holy dooly. I mean,
Wow.
some of these will be new,
Yeah,
canal
sounds new,
estates, but look at when you see the back and just these random, straight lines that have been cut off from everything else.
what does
I
that
mean,
remind you of?
it's Venice, man. But it looks like they've completely built over everything. But again, right? Look at these, right? Just random old world bits of canals.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get a ship through here.
No.
So what's it doing there? There's no houses on it. I mean, and look at what the hell?
Right? Look at that.
It's not for a housing estate. So what's going on? And just like New York, right? This massive sea break.
Seawall, yeah. Canals
When you
behind
go
it.
down, you'll see it's all man-made. I mean, this is all sand, but the inside.
And look on the left side that's not habited. They're built out that side. Like,
Wow.
look at all of this.
What?
Yeah, look at those.
What?
That
No
is
way.
man-made canalage that is not
And not
touched in
one
hundreds of
house.
years, probably.
Oh my God, that's a real estate agent's wet dream. What the hell?
Like, they're trying to build that in Dubai, yet it's already sitting there for hundreds or if not thousands of years.
Yep. Look at down there. That's something. More okay, here we go. What does that look like? Even in here, in Starfall Country.
This is reminding me also a lot of Nan Madal.
Yeah. Madal.
Yeah.
Micronesia.
Just
and so you've got this canal, but then you've got this
all these
perfectly
straight
one. And it looks like they've blocked it off, but you can still see the track of it. They've turned into a road.
And then to the left, one. Yeah.
So that's one going through there up to these ones. Oh my God. Oh, okay, we found a few houses. There's a couple of houses.
And like they've built over top of it.
And Cold Nature Center. Oh, so of course it's a nature center, so no one can go, oh my God, look at this place.
Right?
What the hell? It's like it's
and
an
like
ancient.
They're overgrown. Like those are straight man-made canal systems.
Yeah, an ancient, like, that's what they build today for the, those shoddy real estate places. But wow, maybe that was, who knows, maybe they were growing food here and this was all fresh water and that's why it was walled off. Who knows? But there's some look at these. All right, two perfect keyhole things. Golf courses and stuff galore, of course. you know, lakes with right angles as you do. More golf courses,
Giant circular parks.
whatever the hell that is. Keyholes. So this is probably all,
Yeah.
you know, newer
So
maybe,
it's
or
probably
what?
modern made, but look at the same shape. Like, did they just build out on what was already there?
Exactly, were they just excavating the old ones, the
Like
old
look at
building?
that compared to what's up there. Like,
Yeah, compared to all this. That's just insane. Like, that's weird. And it's like right in the middle. It's the prime land.
yeah,
But it's a nature reserve. So, I mean, because, you know, obviously they haven't been able to clean it all
because they
out.
don't want you digging out some gold Roman coins or some
Yeah, that's the thing.
Viking
People start building
treasures.
houses and they're digging foundations. And, yeah, you know, I mean, look at these lakes. What's going on here?
Right? Like,
Look at this canal into a square lake. Another square. Look at this square. Look at this one. It's even got like a little.
like, are we in Beijing, Forbidden City, or?
It's ridiculous. Oh my god! And oh wow! Look at this major canal up here, connecting to all the other ones.
Right? Guaranteed they're gonna claim that's new, but look
Man,
at that. That's all ancient for
this is
sure.
central. Wow. I mean, I know it's Miami, and obviously everyone wants to live on the water there, but you know, some of this could be new or it could be reclaimed new, but there's definitely
Yeah,
something that was here before they started building on top of it. I mean, this stuff is just dumb. Not to mention this is, you know,
yeah.
not natural. It's
Like,
just weird.
I think that's the smoking gun right there. This nature reserve.
Wow. That is. I didn't even know that was there. So what is it called? Westlake Park, maybe? So these lucky people, they're allowed to live just in the corner. They must be the really rich people. I mean, you can. This is what you were saying, Bernie. Is they're
Yeah,
just emptying them, but look at this. Clearly, at least this part is part of this old system. They've either just widened it a bit, emptied it out, and they're reusing it.
for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt.
You know, maybe they slowly will go in and clear them out, make sure there's no things we're not supposed to find. We've got Alice Town. Wow, man.
That
That
looks
big
like
mine.
the remnants of a star fort.
Look at this wall. Looks very Star 40. And it's just a big mine, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, mine in like the prime area of this island.
What's this? That's wow. And again, man-made shorelines. That's wow, yeah, okay. Canals like in here, like what's the point of this?
Right?
This. And there's nothing even on there. I mean, it might be an old mine that's mined out. I don't know, but what? I mean, what's
Like,
the story? They
it's
built
gonna
these
be
islands to mine
interesting.
them.
They've got to be claiming that is new, because if it's not, like that, also is just such a dead giveaway.
It is, and it's just them mining the crap out of this place. And then just if you got money, you can live on this little tip, which does look very nice. Look at that water.
Look at that.
That's not full of mansions, though, is it? These are just little houses.
Yeah.
Is this like, what is it? Third world? Maybe they're just the employees and they just get to live there because. Oh, Port Royal. Oh, wow, man. Oh, of course, cloud cover. This is where the pirates live.
Covered with cloud.
Covered with cloud. It's because they're all smoking their cigars. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look at those canals. Oh, here's another one.
Didn't they claim that this city or island fell into the sea a
Fell
bit
into the
too?
sea, yeah. So I
So
guess
these are
that's
leftover remnants of exactly what we find on the opposite side in Florida.
yeah, pretty much. Oh my God, where is Florida? Yeah, just across here.
Across the channel there.
Oh, so this is where the pirate. Okay, so they were sitting there and then going across and raiding people. But I guess what they're saying is maybe this central bit fell in.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. And of course, I mean, look at the. Clearly, it was part of something much bigger
Right? And like
at some point.
Giant Break Island. Like that's all
The
man-made
North
for
Cat
sure at
Island.
one point.
Oh, I wish we could zoom in on that, but it's not going to let us. I'm just looking at that right angle, just out in the middle of the ocean. This is where where it gets less and less explainable. When you get these little islands, and they've just got star forts and stuff on them, and old canals and weirdness. And mining the prime land is weird.
Just a perfectly oval-shaped island.
Oh, I know, right? Bizarre. But I mean, geez, I'd like to own one of these islands, man. That would be cool.
Right? Well, hopefully we're all going to Ecuador soon for our magic treehouse getaway.
Where is Ecuador? It's up
Left, right there.
there.
No, up.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Ecuador.
that one. You're right. You're right.
So let's go Ecuador Fort. See what we find. Oh my God. Tons
Oh,
of
filled with them. Are they up in the Andes? That would be hilarious if there's star forts in the Andes.
oh, bloody cloud. What are you doing? Google, how much you spend this. I mean, now look at that again. See this meander?
Right?
Everywhere, right? This is just some random town. Apparently, there's a fort down here. Oh, okay. So, no, it's probably just a modern little wall. But look at the canals.
Michelle has pointed out that exact shape so many times.
Yeah, the meander. Is this mountains? Let's see what's up in the mountains. Oh, what? Don't know. Nothing. Lots of snow. We don't want the snow. Bloody clouds. This is just, I mean, come on. This is discrimination. It's not a very good fort. That looks modern. Oh no, over here's not so modern.
That looks pretty old world.
Yeah, it looks like this is maybe the old canal system. But this, I mean, this is Ecuador. We still get these, these.
Oh yeah, look at that old world
that we
layout.
see everywhere.
And they don't build cities like that anymore. They don't design cities like that. The infrastructure, nothing, because it's not practical. It has no use in our modern technology styles. So why did they go through so much work and effort to do this in the past? Like, it has to have reason.
Exactly, yeah. They just don't build them what they used to. Oh my God, what is this cloud stuff? Yeah, now they make them so that, you know, they don't want them to be warm and to stand, you know, for a long time, and you know, they'd rather they're cold, so you got to pay bills, and then they'd rather they break, so you got to pay to fix them. And I mean, just look at this, you know, in the ground, we see that everywhere.
Looks like Paris. It looks like Washington. Looks like
Same
any old
stuff.
world city.
Middle of the world. Wow. Oh, there you go. Keyhole, just like the Vatican.
Right? Like, how'd they get them so round back in the day?
Yeah, I know, right? A piece of apparently. But yeah, there's definitely something there that would have been radiating out. It's sort of this main road. I mean, this is the thing. I haven't found any stars yet. Let's put Ecuador Citadel. Gotta find something. Oh, the House of Burial Citadel Footwear. What? That is probably a factory, not a big shop.
No star citadels in Ecuador so far. But I'm
Nice.
sure we'll find them.
There definitely would be some. Definitely. If you go down the coast here, maybe like down in here somewhere. What is this? Farming land. Okay, all new. Built over, but still look at these. God, that is built
Oh
out
yeah, that
of
totally
a
looks.
tree. Jeez. Not much left there. But what have we got in the middle? Big park, lakes, domes. That's completely gridded over that thing. Maybe up here. Atarazana. Wow. Circles.
Oh yeah, that's the
So
old.
down in here, this is where you'd be finding them. There's some mines.
Yeah, looks like it's already been mined over and built over.
It's been completely built over this place. You can just look at the build out like this.
That's
It's
insane
madness.
grid.
God. And how insane is it? I mean, I know there's mountains around, but everyone's just in there. But look at all this free space everywhere.
Right? Like
Right.
just
So
that
look
one
at it all.
little.
This is land everywhere. Oh, okay, it's all farmland. So there we go. So what have we got here? Okay, so here's a star fort in South America.
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. Bing bing. And again, that
Oh,
is exactly the
what?
same as the one that we saw. Where was it? USA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The first one that we saw was
Yeah,
exactly
the one
the
in
same
New
as that.
York. The one right on New York Island there.
Yeah, well, that's right. It was on the island.
Identical.
Yeah.
That's identical to the one on New
Identical to
York
this.
Island.
So, and this is in South America. And of course, you know, having that there, we know, I mean, look at this, man.
Brazil, so that would have been the Portuguese. Like there were never Portuguese in New York. Like
No, exactly.
and identical.
And so these things, you know, they're everywhere. So they can tell you that You know, everyone used to just be natives down here because this is the other thing, right? There's supposed to be no technology down here at all, really.
Oh,
Years
there's
ago.
one citadel.
So see this one? See that? They've knocked the bottom off it.
Yeah.
Here we have a church. So these, and before I said they got crosses on the roof, this is how how a lot of the cathedrals look. So again, what's this doing there? Like, what's this cathedral?
The resonating energy center of it.
I mean, look at this thing. Seen anything similar to that maybe in France? Double pillars, you know, big flame of life at the front.
Like, look at the
speaker
shutters,
doors,
like that
doors.
air ventilation for a factory, you know, like
Yeah.
for airflow. Like,
It's so, yeah, to let sort of cool air in, isn't it? So and then it would
yeah,
have
the
been vented out the
vibration
top.
in and out, and the air in and out.
Yeah. Just okay.
Oh yeah, just standard
Yeah.
guards.
So you can see an old Tartarian building here that gets let to rot, and they build their brutalism.
Like they all look identical to that too everywhere. Hey, this style of building on the corner where it just like it's the weirdest angle and direction.
Yeah, that cutoff thing there.
Yeah, and you see them everywhere in the world, in the old world buildings.
Yeah. Oh, you know, man-made shorelines again everywhere. I don't know what that is, but it's looking pretty sus as something. And I think there's one more I'll show you.
Look at how straight that one part is there. Hey, this coastline going up to the left. Like, look at that. That is completely man-made coastline.
Madness. There. Oh, Fortress of the Kings of Magi. What? Christmas.
Oh.
Half in the water, because that's where you would build
it. Right?
Just to make it easier. And then, so what's this? A man-made wall. So that's probably part of the original wall too, you would think. Again, funny angles. This is, you know, like these.
Right, just like, we just have some silos left over in this Starfort building-looking area.
Right in the middle of the town.
In the primest real estate.
Yeah. What do you reckon about this? Could be something.
I guarantee there's 2 to 3 stories of building of Starfort left below all of these areas.
Yeah. There's got to be a lot down there because it's clearly they can't clear them. But it's easier for them to cover them with 100 ton of dirt than to try and take them down.
Yeah, because it's like whenever you see a quarry over them, it's like they're going deep, like they're mining so deep down into them.
Yeah, exactly. There are always those big open pits, and they just go down, 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 down. So as you can see, again, canals, man-made canals, man-made shorelines.
Look at all the canals throughout it.
Stars, just like you see everywhere. We saw those ones in... Yeah. And there's another one up here.
Right, look at that.
So again, they would have been connected somehow. And we've got the canals and everything in there, and no doubt it's going to be full of, old world buildings. We'll find the cathedrals and things. And always around there it goes, at a cathedral. I don't know, it looks old world. But there we go.
Anywhere you go, you find star forts and citadels and the Great Wall of Starfort Tartaria.
Indeed. So, 300 of you watching. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that little romp. Just to show you, this stuff is everywhere. Like literally, you can go to third world countries, first world countries,
In
Australia,
the middle of
Africa,
Siberia.
middle of Siberia, and you'll find stuff exactly the same as you'll find on the other side of the realm. Teach your children well. I agree, Leslie. Teach children how to think, not what to think. Jethro, thank you. John Neve, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Tartaria. Oh,
And just like that, we're already at 3 hours.
3 hours. I know. I was just looking at that. So, Truth Warrior, hello, welcome. The Fort.
Amber says hello and is telling me I have to say goodbye. So
you're getting yelled at and kicked from the outside. All right, can't wait that long. Good night, Kevin.
It's just 2 a.m.
I'm dying. It's 2 a.m. where Bernie is. It's 4 o'clock here. So, hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Thanks for spending some time with us. Don't forget to give us a like. Go across, check out Bernie's channel, give him a subscribe.
Please
Obviously, share this info around. Help us get it out there.
Exactly. Good place to share as well is in different Facebook groups looking into alternative research, into Google anomalies, stuff like that. Greatly appreciated. Getting that information out to like-minded people, but using new platforms and areas to reach them.
And new angles, because with this one, we can kind of get into all the ancient, megalithic kind of people who don't necessarily live in Tartaria. We can show them all this stuff that's out there. And look at this wall, right? So
because
please
it
share
is
it
all
around.
connected.
So there you go, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you all on the next upload. Am I smart enough to get this going? Let's do this one. All right. See you all on the next upload. Bye for now.
Love you all. Well worth the rewatch, Richie.